There's that. Is that it? I think that's pretty much it. I'll go back in there. Do you have to go back out? There's something on the ground. What is it? What's this? It looks like a simple wooden amulet. How did I not notice this before? Because it wasn't there! What is this? It feels strange. Like I'm back there again. Is it the amulet that she gave her daughter? That she gave Reina, even? Oh, that's freaky! Oh no, I'm nearly back in my chair because I don't want something to jump out and scream at me. Is that it? Oh god. Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, it cut away the fog that surrounded me and showed me the truth. The mask. Kamanakai. Reina was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear their mask. That day when it started, when Reina became the mask wearer, when her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before has snapped into focus. Everything I need to put an end to this is in my hands. What? Oh, we're on the train again. How long has it been, I wonder? A man in a sewer, a girl with red hair, and a detective chasing them both. No, I'm not a detective anymore. Only a puppet stupidly dancing on its strings. That doesn't sound like me. I'm so stretched out it feels like the slightest breeze could topple me. Each time I get close to the truth, something drags me away. Or maybe all those horrible things haven't happened yet, and I'm riding the train home where Kazuki will be waiting for me. In another life, maybe there's an Ayami that's happy. Instead, I'm stuck in with the one I've got, and I don't know how much more I can take. Did I really see all those things in the forest? Was that real? Has any of it been? I don't know anymore. Every time I get a handle on the rules, something comes along and breaks them. But there were things I saw, things I couldn't have known about Tamakasai's command code on my own. For me, there's a little wooden mask that so many died for, and now I'm planning to use it myself. It doesn't feel right. It was her pain that I felt again in the compound. Even now, the dark doesn't seem so familiar. I can feel it calling to me. That must have been the moment that changed everything, the focal point to all of her misery. The dark is steeped in the same torment, the suffering of a sacred little girl. I wonder if that's the real Reina I've seen, or is it the girl long dead? Either way, whatever is left of her is in the dark with Kazuki. My only chance to see Kazuki again is to go into those filthy tunnels and find the door. Only then will I have any hope of using it to change his fate. I'd be walking into a trade with the other side, with their hand behind their back. I'd be forced to accept the cost without question. Sayuki Tanaka, the man I've suffered so much for, has been silent. To find him and the door I'd have to use the mask. I've seen what Reina's become as a result of the mask. That happened to me. Now that I know the way, is that what I really want? The horrible object was made out of suffering. Two different groups fed it with the death of innocence. Why play its game? The entirety of the new Kamiko died for it. It drove me and the man I love to the darkest depths we've ever known. Why shouldn't I destroy it? I know why. Because I'd be destroying Kazuki and Reina along with it. I've done everything I can to prepare myself, but there's no more time to think. It's time to put an end to all of this, one way or another. Chiyuki and Kamariko, the two places where my path started, are where it has to end. This is it. I need to choose. Follow the path further into the darkness, or return to the light. Oh god, we have to make a choice. Okay. Right. Well, the old lady said we had to pick something from the compound in order to destroy it and the mask. I know she wants to see Tanaka so badly, but he's dead. We've got to let that go. And if we go to Shinjuku and we try and find him, I fear what's going to happen to Noto, because I really like her as a character. I think she's cool, and I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I don't want her to go crazy or whatever, and be like Reina and be a mask bearer or whatever. So for me, this is an easy decision. It's not going to be like Life is Strange, where I'm really caught up in the middle of where I want to go and what I want to do. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be happy with that choice. So we're going to go destroy the mask. So yeah, we can't go back, so we've got to go straight to the shrine. Shit, son. Oh, and the cherry blossoms have gone. God. No, mask. Oh, you dick. gonna keep going. Not again. I won't let you control me. Why now? Is it trying to stop me? The mask born out of death and suffering shouldn't be in this world. Maybe those people were trying to restore things. Ugh, why am I even thinking about that? I have to keep moving. What is this feeling? Fear? I'm afraid to go forward. I have to go back. I can't move. Death. Everything about this place feels like death. What if I'm wrong? Kazuki, Reina, they could still be down there. That's what it wants. It's why I need to destroy it. But, oh God, what will happen? Why is it pleading with me? All those lives trapped in the mask want to be free, don't they? Then why? I could still turn back. Now's my last chance. I'm so confused. What do I do? Oh, we could go back and try and find them. And go to Sunyuku. No, we're going to destroy it. I don't care what you say, Mask. We're going. We're going to destroy you. Okay, let's do this thing. Huh? Inoto? So you came after all? Yes, of course she did. She knew it was the right thing to do. You brought something, didn't you? From the compound? I did. I found an old wooden amulet. You were right. The darkness I felt there was the same. Seriously? Wait, this is actually real? When I was there, I saw visions from the past, of people who are gone now. I know about the ritual Tamakasai tricked them into performing. How could you have let that happen? She was just a girl. There's no answer I can give that would satisfy you. No answer? Is that the best you can do? That's why you fled, isn't it? You knew all about Tamakasai's ritual and what would happen to everyone who was left behind. Yet you took Mai and Tanakashi and ran and did nothing to stop it. Stop it? What would have changed? Moko knew that staying meant for her children as well as I did. She was willing to die whatever Tamakasai told her to. I couldn't persuade my own daughter to save herself. You think I didn't try? The police never would have believed an old woman talking about ancient rituals. I had no choice. They were monsters. They weren't monsters, they were lost, looking for answers in a world that had none for them. Much like you. Like us. In my years with the mask, I have heard them sometimes in the darkness, along with the voices I did not recognize. I always thought they were vengeful, restless, punishing me for my sins. Once we purify the mask, perhaps they will forgive us. Do you think that girl who was chasing you, this Reina, did you ask her forgiveness? Forgiveness? I'm not sure if that's possible anymore. After everything that girl went through, all of her self-hatred and her sorrow are a part of the mask now. I felt it all at this shrine the day I shot her. Do you think that this will put a stop to all of it? The whispers, Reina, all the strange things we've seen? Atonement is a journey, one that expands past our time on this earth. It will at least allow us to take the first step to righting our own sins. Our sins, huh? Hold on, I've only ever done good luck rituals and harmless little blessings. This is different. Grandma, this is real. I don't know if I can do this. Mai, calm yourself. A ritual has meaning in its very act. It is the God's way of preparing us for the true test. You are a pure child, and combined with your will, the ritual will gain power. It will work. It must. Why me? Because you are not corrupted by it. Only you can. You can bring your mother peace. Please, Mai, you have to try. I know you think it's crazy, but this mask has caused a lot of people to suffer. It doesn't matter if you believe us. You just do it knowing that it will help me and your grandma move on. You haven't seen what we've seen, so I don't blame you for being skeptical. But you must believe in helping us, right? I just want this all to end. Me too. Every day it's been hard to keep things straight, and I think this mask is partially to blame. It's silly. I'm not religious, never have been, but I want this all to stop, to be normal again. I want to believe that it will work, and in you. So please, I'm begging you to try. Okay. Thank you, Mai. Mai, are you ready? I just need a moment to prepare. What if we're wrong? What do you mean? What if the mask isn't the problem? What if it's making it worse? An old man told me that the mask didn't create the shadows, it simply opens your vision to them. So are we doing the right thing? What if we're missing something? Are you losing your resolve? No, it's just Tanaka, the man who died, the one I'm searching for. He always said, what if isn't good enough for a detective. I guess old habits die hard and there's still so much I don't understand. And you never will. It's just a matter of faith, child. Okay, I'm ready. Emiko, please forgive me for leading you to those people and for what happened to you. I tried to save you, I tried. I pray you find peace. Grandma, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. As the ritual continued, I felt an overwhelming sadness, like something had been ripped out of me and I would never find it again. At that moment, the whispers of the mask turned to desperate, pleading screams. I closed my eyes and hugged myself like a child, feeling at that moment utterly engulfed in fear. I really don't like the mask. I'm staring back from my screen just in case. Oh. Okay. Then there was silence. When I opened my eyes, the mask was split in two. I knew at that moment Kazuki was dead and had been all along. Told you. We all left the shrine in silence. I never returned. Nothing was quite right after that day. Reina's presence was gone, but I started to feel other things. The shadows began to take on new, fearful shapes. Tokyo began to change. Crime shot up and the murder rate peaked at an all-time high that year. The police were so swamped with the wave of violence that they reinstated me as a homicide detective. The investigation into me was dropped entirely. I quit within 6 months, just didn't have the stomach for it anymore, and after what happened to Kazuki, I could never focus. What if the ritual was a mistake? What if everything that happened since it... What if everything that happened since is all my fault? Sometimes I wake up at night wondering if the world of the dark was the truth and my life now is a dream. An after image after being exposed to the bright flash. I couldn't go out much these days. I can't bear to face the real world. Oh, end of the mask. Is this it? Have we finished? Oh my god! Holy shit! It's finished! Oh my god! That was really abrupt. Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe it. Holy shit. Wow. So there we go. Destroyed the mask. I wonder what would have happened then if ooh, I might have to play this again and like see if I can get a different ending, perhaps. They say that this game is actually about 10 hours long, but I don't think it is. My playthrough certainly isn't 10 hours long. Wow. It's a really good game. I usually don't enjoy click and point adventures because I find them kind of boring, and also that they would be made better into films like what's that game that came out? Was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. Everyone's Got a Solar Upshot. I could not get into that game because it looked beautiful, obviously, but I just didn't like the fact that it was basically a walking sim and you just interact with little bits of lights and find out about different people and stuff. To me, that was just kind of boring and just kind of lazy for a game, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan, as I said, of walking sims and that kind of thing, but this was really cool. I love the fact that it you know, it's set in Japan, which I absolutely love, and it was all this kind of like, it was crime and really dark and a bit scary sometimes, and you know, and the fact that you've got multiple choices and there's like 10 different endings or something like that. I kind of feel bad for what we did to Anoto, because you know, she's not a detective anymore, which is not great. Oh, and of course, yeah, this game was actually kickstarted, which is really cool, and I'm glad that Square Enix were the ones that picked it up. Oh, okay. Interesting, most interesting. You're nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectre of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. But the result, this cannot be, not right at all. The mask rid from this world, I won't accept it. Why? What do you care? Shall I tell you the reason it bothers you so? Because you've gained nothing from this truth. And make no mistake, it is a truth. Another possibility. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture of forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a mirror of truths, but all aspects of some visage, nonetheless. Mirrored. Interesting. Interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Damn straight. Yes, all are truth. All grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiritual, and observe it spiral, even not spiritual, and observe it long enough, and we may yet learn something. No, she is not our plaything. That is not your decision. There is only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. It must be protected. The role must be performed. Tch! Stubborn. So stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I ask her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and thought you could take shelter, or alter your course. Does the storm not come regardless? Pah! No fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor you me when I tell you how things are. I suppose that's because we are one and the same. But what of her? All we can do is see, and eventually she will end up there. There is only one path which will hold the world together. So what now? Okay, so the collector and the historian know each other. What the frig? Oh my god. No! Okay. Right. So they knew each other. Oh, that annoys me. That annoys me so much. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and as I was saying, I'm really glad that Square Enix picked it up because it is a really good game. I'm really tempted actually to play it again and maybe go for trying to find them at the end. If I do it, I'll probably post a video of it. But yeah, this was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it, even for someone like me who's not really very much into click and point stuff. Because you know, I grew up on video games, and the click and point stuff was like kids games, so I've always been kind of dubious about it. But yeah, the horror elements was really good. The crime was really good. It's really dark and gritty and just, I'm really into that now because oh, this is gonna date when I've recorded this, but I actually recently saw The Shape of Water, which was very dark and very gritty and just really good. So yeah, highly recommend it. Although they did say 10 hours, but then they might have meant like 10 hours. You know, there's probably not good to just be one playthrough of it. Yeah, if I play through it again, I will definitely post the other ending because crap, that is amazing. Also, I want to know what this Game Plus bit means. If I click it, what will I find out? Is it just going to take me back? No, it's just going to take me back. Let's forget about that. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and yeah, I will see you next time. Goodbye.